Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Star Wars Episode 9 Rise of the Skywalker, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell you short what the movie is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this movie, so in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah, just click away from this video and come back after you watch a movie if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, so Star Wars Episode 9 Rise of the Skywalker has been released in 2019, and you all probably know what a Star Wars is, so I'm not gonna explain you what type of movie this is. Anyways, this is the sequel to Episode 8 and 7, of course, and story continues where Episode 7 finished. So we follow Rey and her friends Poe, Finn, and other characters in their fight against First Order. Rey is trying to become a Jedi. I mean, she already did become Jedi because Luke taught her all the things and how to become a Jedi in Episode 7. But now she's just practicing her skills and becoming better, and Leia took care of her. You know, she's now she taken a responsibility for Rey, and she's training her and all that kind of stuff. While in the same time, Dark Lord Kylo Ren, Sith of the galaxy, is trying to eliminate resistance, so nothing stands in his way. He's trying to kill Rey as well, because that's always what Sith wanted, to kill all the Jedi so they can rule the galaxy and no one can stand in their way. And the twist comes in when Dark Lord Palpatine comes back. So when I saw the trailer for Star Wars Episode 9 Rise of the Skywalker and I heard Palpatine's voice, I was like, no way, they brought back Palpatine, guys. That's the guy from first Star Wars trilogy, and he's the Dark Lord who twisted Anakin's mind and turned him into a Darth Vader. And I think they did a really good job with bringing back Palpatine. So at first Kylo Ren wants to kill Palpatine, but then of course Palpatine uses his evil speech abilities, let's call it like that, and you know, promises Kylo Ren power and all that kind of stuff, and tells him that he has to kill Rey so nothing can stand in their way. And that's exactly what Kylo tries to do. He goes after Rey, tries to kill her, and through the movie they hunt each other, fight each other, but in the end Rey manages to turn Kylo Ren to the light side, and they unite and defeat Palpatine. And that's pretty much the entire story and what is going on in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, my opinions and thoughts on Star Wars Episode 9's story are pretty good. I mean, they really redempted for Star Wars Episode 7, The Last Jedi. I really didn't like that much Episode 7. You know, it wasn't really the most exciting Star Wars episode. There was a lot of downsides. Story wasn't that interesting. I mean, it was interesting. I do enjoyed it for what it was. But again, there was a huge lack of action. There was barely any lightsaber duels and fights with lightsabers and all that kind of stuff. And Episode 9 fixed that completely, in my opinion, and they did a really good job with bringing back Palpatine. Like I said, I really like that idea. You know, it does remind people of all Star Wars movies and those first episodes and all the things that happened in the Star Wars franchise. And it was really fun to watch, and I was excited to see the outcome and how everything's gonna end. To be honest, a little bit, to me this feels like really final Star Wars movie. Now we have the complete trilogy through the years. Each trilogy has 3 movies, and we have 3 trilogies, and that is altogether 9 freaking Star Wars movies. Plus, if we count those Star Wars stories, there's then even more Star Wars movies, and there is Mandalorian TV show. So there is already plenty of Star Wars movies now, and honestly this one felt like a finale to me, and that's kind of how I hope it stays. But something in the movie still kind of gives me an idea that there might be more Star Wars movies, and I don't know how to exactly feel about that. I mean, I really do love Star Wars franchise, and I do love Star Wars movies. They're really enjoyable to watch. Some of them were better, some of them were not, but altogether, I don't know. It's really popular franchise. It's something that started back in the 80s, and it's really popular, and a lot of people worldwide know about Star Wars. I mean, that's one of the most amazing franchise out there, and one of the most popular franchise out there. But if they make more Star Wars movies, then I'll slowly start to dislike this series. It will start to feel like milking stuff. But altogether, I think that Star Wars Episode 9 was very good. I do enjoyed all the lightsaber fights. I do enjoyed the characters that were brought back from original Star Wars episodes. Even some characters from original trilogy from the 80s were brought back. Not only Palpatine, they also brought back Lando and many other popular characters from 80s Star Wars trilogy, and that was really exciting to watch. It's all of these scenes when these old characters show up, it really makes you think about all Star Wars movies at once, and it gives a lot of memories, and that's why I think that this episode really does feel like a finale, and it was enjoyable, honestly. It was a good redemption for episode 7. There was ton of action in this one. There was bunch of lightsaber duels between Kylo and Rey. They finally teamed up, which is something I expected to happen somewhere in the trilogy. Questions to who Rey is and who her parents were finally got answered. Oh god, I really wanted the answer to that question. I hope to get the answer on that question in episode 8. But looks like they decided to leave it for episode 9, which is okay because this is the final episode in this trilogy, so I guess it's okay. Also, I realized I said that episode 7 was the Last Jedi. Sorry guys, episode 8 was the Last Jedi. The episode 7 was The Force Awakens. Just wanted to correct myself there for real quick. Some downsides in Star Wars episode 9 would be the scene editing. For example, there is a scene where you think that Chewbacca dies, which is also iconic character that's been there from the 80s in all Star Wars movies almost, and movie instantly lets you know that he's not dead, he's alive, but characters in the movie keep talking to each other like he is. So you know that he is not dead, but characters think that he is. So I think they could have made even better element of surprise by knowing you what characters know, and then later characters go and figure out, oh okay, Chewbacca is alive, and then viewers get to know that Chewbacca is alive as well. But I understand that also Leia dies in this one because that actor died also recently. I mean, it's not that recent, but you know what I'm trying to say. And of course she's not gonna be in those movies, and the CGI they did on her in this movie was fucking phenomenal. You can't even notice that is her. It blasted the fuck out of the CGI with her. You can't even notice that actor is a CGI in that case. It's amazing. So that's what I was really surprised with. Also, another thing that I really didn't expect and surprised me so much is that Kylo Ren, after he turns to the light side, just like his grandfather Darth Vader, he also dies. Soon after they defeat Palpatine, he and Rey kiss, and that's the moment when I felt, oh, finally they're together. They deserve each other. They're both, they both possess the Force. The Force go through their veins. They're finally uniting in the light. Ben Solo and Rey Palpatine, and I'll explain that in a bit as well. And then he just dies. And I was like, no. Damn it, I really hoped for him to live, but when he died, I felt for a moment like my whole world just came down. I was like, no, they could have been happy. And I said Ray Palpatine. The reason why I said that is, I always wanted to know who Ray is through this entire trilogy. This entire trilogy just takes that question, who Ray's parents are, where did Ray came from, and then you get to know that in episode 9, Ray is actually granddaughter of Palpatine. So Palpatine is her grandfather, and that's why she's so powerful with the Force. And she, in this movie, even gets some of the healing abilities. There is one scene where she stabs the Kylo with his lightsaber, and that's where he was supposed to die. But instead of that, since she is on the light side, she wants to give him another chance and show him the way to the light. She heals his wound, and she saves his life. And that's the reason why she's so powerful. And I couldn't really predict that. I like the factor that was so unpredictable, that she was his connected to Palpatine. I didn't really expect that, and when I discovered that, I was also well surprised. So this movie has a bunch of cool twists in the story that are very well thought out, and they will surprise you very well. So I was surprised with the story of episode 9. It definitely redeemed for terrible episode 8. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but The Force Awakens was much better. So finally, after letdown in episode 8, episode 9 just redeemed for all of that, and it was again one great Star Wars movie. Finally, a good way to end the story. They finally destroyed Palpatine for good, and bringing all these characters back from original series and showing them all at once, in one movie, having again all those characters. It really does feel like a finale. And now if they make another Star Wars movie, another trilogy, if they start another trilogy, it's not gonna feel that nice, in my opinion. It will start slowly to feel like they're trying to milk money. Even some people think that those modern trilogies just money milking and stuff, but I don't really agree with that. This was really good trilogy, beside episode 8, of course, that like I said, didn't really like that much. So I think I said pretty much everything I wanted about Star Wars, guys. If you're a fan of Star Wars like I am, I totally recommend you to go and check out Star Wars episode 9. It's good, it's awesome. Story goes unexpected ways. Expected things happen, which is good. And some unexpected things again happen. So this movie just keeps surprising you in positive and negative way in the same time. And it has a cool surprise effect, cool story. There is more action definitely than in episode 8. It fixed things that episode 8 failed, and it's good. So check it out. It's a quality Star Wars movie. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this movie review, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally okay. Also, you can join my Chris Facebook group. I post all kind of stuff over there. Link is down below in the description, together with my ass.fm, where you can go and leave any questions. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, I'll answer to them as soon as I see them. And yeah, guys, I love you. Thank you for watching this review. I'll definitely see you in the next videos. I just want to say that I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. I'm enjoying to do this as a hobby, and yeah, guys, I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.